Hey gang, it's John. Whew. Well, guess what we're doing? We're getting into winter, and that means you're going to introduce something besides clothing. There's going to be a two-part video. This first part, I'm just going to talk to you about these gloves. Second part's going to be a dead of winter video in a couple days when it drops another 10 or 15 degrees and I'm on the range, but with a class. But today I just want to talk to you about these gloves. They're going to really be weird to you. There's a lot of things that aren't going to function, and if you carry a gun, you better start using these things in your house. I'd recommend that you get your firearm, make sure that it is safe, and then start using it in your house. Start getting your grip. Start dealing with, how do I open up my slide stop? How do I deal with my grip? How can I get my hand all the way on this thing? How does it feel with a pair of gloves on? Can I get my finger in there? Because you're not going to feel the trigger that much. And these are all things you need to work on as a shooter for you to be able to have a successful winter. There's two things you have to take into consideration. One is you're automatically going to lose your fine motor skills, kind of like under stress.
Total loss of all basic motor skills.
The other thing you need to deal with is not only the feeling that you're not going to have, but being able to get the firearm. Remember, the first thing in P5 shooting that we teach at Fortress Training is procure. If you cannot procure the firearm, don't get it. So look, if you're carrying a gun, I just want to let you know you're getting into a point now of the year where you're going to start introducing these things. These are not your hands that you've been using for the last 8 or 9 months. This is a layer on top, and it's going to change the way not only you carry, but the way you respond. So we're dealing with these things right now. There's a totally different strategy in the dead of winter when you got those big monster mitts on or those big gloves that you can't feel. And Friday in our class, if it's about 20 or 30 degrees, I'll probably have some bigger gloves on, and I'll show you a method you can use to deal as a winter warrior. So look, your number one job for you to use, the number one tool you have is your mind. I always remind you of that. It's not about you being some member of the militia and taking the bad guy out. The only thing that needs to get out at first is you at all times if you can. Use your mind. Remember, it's the brain before the bullet. That's what we teach here at Fortress Training. So I just want to give you a heads up. Get in your glove season. Start using your gun with your gloves on. Practice at home. No ammo. Master the skills. See you guys soon.